What is up, guys? This is Grant TWD back with another video leading up to The Walking Dead Season 7 premiere in October 2016. This video is going to be covering my thoughts on the possibility of Eugene being the one that Negan chose to kill in Last Day on Earth. Now, I already have done a video similar to this on breaking down a certain character and their possibility of being the one picked by Negan. I've done one on Aaron. If you have not seen that video, I'd go check it out. I'm going to be doing this for several characters leading up to Season 7. Now this one is going to be focusing on Eugene. Throughout Season 6, we saw a lot of development with Eugene. We saw him stepping up more as a character, being willing to fight and being willing to help out the community and step up in various situations. We first saw this during the Walker invasion in episodes 8 and 9, more in episode 9 where Eugene decided that no one has to step aside, no one gets to just watch everyone else do everything. He decided to become an active participant in the battle, and he turned out to be an adequate fighter, and he was willing to fight for his survival and fight for the survival of those around him. We also saw in episode 14 where he took the initiative to take Abraham out into the warehouse where he planned to manufacture bullets, and we also saw him defend himself and others against the Saviors when Dwight and all of them first showed up. So Eugene is now calling himself a survivor. I do think he is getting there. He is now stepping up and realizing what he has to do to fight in this new world. And we saw a lot of development with that. So now that he is finally changing, could it be his time to be cut off and his life could be ended? I believe it could be so, but we'll break that down more as the video goes on. If Eugene is more of a possibility than other characters, whether or not he could be killed by Negan. We've also seen Eugene go through some emotional changes as well with other characters. We saw him and his relationship with Abraham shift back and forth, really, on how he felt about him. We saw in episode 14, Eugene actually told him off and said, "Your services are no longer required, I don't need you." But then we saw him go back and he realized that that was uncalled for and they are friends again, and he saved his life during Dwight's arrival. He saved everyone else's lives too by making the first move in the attack. So Eugene there, we see him starting to realize who he is and what he has to do and how his relationships with other characters have to be. So Eugene's other changes with them, getting closer to the other characters, could be pointing out his death as well. We see once you get attached to certain things and once you get more emotional and actually talk with other characters more, you start to see characters start dying. So this could happen too. We also saw towards the end of episode 16 where Eugene stood up and said, they all don't know we're in the RV. You all can just go out and leave and I'll go in the RV alone. We saw him step up there. And he actually gave Rick the plan to the bullets. Could that be a foreshadowing that he would not be able to carry those anymore and he would be killed off? It could be, and that now Rick would be in charge of holding the plans to make bullets, and since Eugene could be killed off. But I also think that'd be kind of cliche, and it might have been too much of foreshadowing, but it very well could be the opposite, and it might in fact be pointing out that Eugene would be the one to be killed by Negan. It could go either way in that regard. Overall, I'd have to say Eugene is a very likely candidate to be the one to be picked by Negan to be killed. We see a lot of his development throughout the season, especially towards the end, so that could be pointing out that he is a fair choice to be killed off. Some may say that Eugene isn't an important enough character to be killed by Negan, but I'd say the exact opposite. He is actually, I'd like to say, one of my favorite characters, the way he develops and the way he just is, his general attitude. I really love Eugene, and I do believe he could actually be a good candidate, and he could impact the characters we saw with Rosita and Abraham he's been with for a while, almost since the start, and Rick and some of the other characters he's come into contact to recently. Been talking with more and more, so Eugene, he could still have that very big effect on the group, not as much as a character like Glenn or Daryl, but still, he's still up there. So I'd have to say Eugene, from the evidence and some general hypotheses, he is a good candidate. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Who do you think Negan killed? It's going to be a long wait until season 7, but we can still try to make it through by making predictions and reviewing evidence and all sorts of things too. So do you think Eugene is a likely candidate to be killed? Leave your comments and thoughts down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure to stay tuned for more content. Subscribe to be notified when I'm making more videos. As long as you guys keep supporting this channel, I'll be happy to make more videos for you guys. So once again, thank you for watching this video, and until the next one guys, see ya.